Over to you.
Hello, and welcome to Bonus Action Heroes. This week we are playing Curse of Strahd. I always mean to do this and never do. Please note that Curse of Strahd may have themes which some may find disturbing, and some even more disturbing accents. I am your DM, Veronica, and we are joined as always by Matt. Who do you play? He's taken his headphones off, for goodness sake. Jim, we'll do you instead. It was going so well.
Hooray!
I'm so sorry. I just wanted to disturb your professionalism.
I play Dawson, an Eladrin College of Spirits bard who is a long-time resident of Barovia, belonging to the Vistani tribes.
Thank you. Tom, who do you play? Oh, for goodness sake, everybody!
Evening. I'm Tom, and I play Magus, who's just Magus.
Thank you. Hazel, who do you play?
Hi, I'm Hazel, and I play Alessander, who is our half-elf, not half-elk, that would be weird, that's a different type of druid. Our half-elf rogue, who is he's a broken boy. There's a very broken boy.
And finally, Matt, are you ready now? Not that you're doing our production values or anything.
Trying to. Failing, but trying to. Yeah, I'm Matt. I play Absinthe. Absinthe.
Absinthe.
Got a lisp. Absinthe, who is he's a homebrew monk class. And he's not having a good time.
Nobody is. Well, you say that. Last time on Curse of Strahd, you decimated the druids of Yester Hill. You took down 14 druids and berserkers without really breaking a sweat. That was all in an effort to retrieve the magical gem that they stole from the Wizard of Wines Winery, who have helped you out before, so you were doing them a favour in kind. And we are picking up with you just having retrieved that gem from within the effigy that they had created, that they appeared to be attempting to animate, but which you thwarted.
Did we really beat that many? That sounds...
Count the bodies, man.
You did. There were 2 out on the hill further down as well, but Graham did a scout, I remember, when you first arrived, and he counted 14 because he's a good boy who knows numbers.
Someone has to. Wow. That doesn't sound like us at all.
You had a good plan.
We had a plan. We played to our strengths. Let us just be good at something, Matt.
We did.
Don't question it.
It was you and I, really. Mainly.
It really was. We
went
in, we rogued it, we monked it, beat some people up.
Lots of monking and roguing.
Magus just went around just saving people, generally. Just like, they've been left alone. Stop wandering off by yourselves.
There was a bit of wandering back and forth.
Darzin kept trying to throw fire and missing.
I think everyone, fire just didn't want to work for us.
No.
So, we've got the gem out of the effigy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like the tree.
No, we want to burn the tree.
The tree has to... We'll find out what's about the tree.
Tom, you're very quiet.
I shall speak up.
Well, Magus has done quite a bit to help us contend with the druids up here. After, the whole debacle at the winery, I think the least we can do is help him investigate the tree.
I'd love to have a look, see if I can't put right what it's doing wrong.
Then I'll make a magical dome and we can all have a nice little break. Nice little snooze or something.
Would you like me to move you into the map where the tree is?
Darzin, I've already told you this is not the place to rest. I know you're excited to use your
I'm saying
magical
like
hut.
after we've dealt with the tree and we leave, and we're safer, we can put it up and rest.
As long as we're clear on that. It's not a place to rest.
Before I move you into the next map, I'm just going to remind you that nobody has done any looting. Do you want to do that now or on your way out?
Do it now, they might have something useful for murdering the tree.
I
It's
agree.
true, but also something might be in motion that we need to finish.
Where's that high priestessy light woman that we found? Go look at her, see if she got anything about the tree in her.
That was an old man, but, he's very hairy.
Hard to tell.
Yeah.
I find it difficult. I don't understand.
You look about their person. You can look about all of you. They don't seem to carry coin. Before I potentially give this to you, do you still have 3 health potions?
No idea.
Yes, I think we do.
I've got one.
I've got none.
I don't have any.
Apparently I've got 4.
Then Darzin took them.
Why does that not surprise me?
Oh, because I was the one who was... Everybody trusted me at the time to handle inventory, and then we didn't address the fact I'd collected them. So at any point, we could just say right now, he's like, I have all these extra healing potions if anybody would like one.
Then I'm afraid all you'll be able to find on them are their weapons. Between them, it's not particularly impressive. It's mostly quarterstaffs, although there is one quite impressive looking spear, a couple of clubs amongst the heftier berserkers.
May I have a look at that spear?
You may. I have lost any text I had on spear, so bear with me.
Any of the little fires that are on the map, are any of them currently live?
Yeah.
Firing
Yeah.
away.
They were, when you came in, they were clearly in this is where they live, cooking, sleeping.
And so the rain isn't enough to completely put out a fire.
They've constructed them so that they've got little canopies, and they know they need the fires.
So I'll spend some time with bits of the effigy, just turning, get a few makeshift torches, angry mob style.
And you're just going to make a huge bonfire.
I just want to set fire to the tree that I don't like.
I'm gonna help Alessander tear that effigy down, but more to tear it down than get any type of torch or anything.
I'm happy to tear it down. He's all for that.
To what extent are you tearing it down?
Has anybody got oil?
This is like a 10-foot tall thing. It's woven, it's packed with soil.
I just want to turn it into a pile of stuff rather than anything that what looks like anything else.
It would take you some time. They have put effort into constructing this thing.
I am just going to light a torch and start walking towards it.
Just after fight. So for Alexander, he's just found the weird gem seed thingy in there. He wants to make sure there's nothing else in there that could be important. So he maybe isn't dismantling it completely, but but he's trying to root around in it and get a good. And if bits go flying off it in the process, he's okay with that. And then he's quite happy for it to be set on fire. But he just wants to make sure that if we set it on fire, it's not going to initiate anything we're not prepared for, or that we're not going to lose out on a load of good stuff because there's fucking gems in it.
Then, Alexander, do me an investigation. Whilst we're doing that, I found the text for the spear. Absence. As you pick up the spear, you crouch down on the floor and your hands wrap around the spear arm. What do you call it? Shaft. You feel a hand connect with yours, and if you look up, there is a tall, broad-shouldered, muscular man, an ethereal form, standing before you. He's got long dark hair, a pair of bloody handprints on a bare chest, and there's a gaping socket where his eye should be.
We'll just stand in silence, just looking. I guess this is yours.
He will take the hand that isn't connected to yours and place it on your shoulder, and it's weird because you can see it's not a corporeal hand, but you can very much feel that hand there, and it's a very firm grip, and he will say, "Thank you." And then he will...
What?
He won't respond. He'll just lift your hand up with the spear aloft, as in triumph, and then that image dissipates.
To everyone watching, it will just look like I've just gone like that. Yep.
Is yon monk prone to talking to himself?
He's been through some stuff.
I will start twirling it and spinning it and getting the feel of the weight for it. Doing a martial arts kata if you like.
I will find it and place it in your inventory. Alessandra, you don't think there's anything else in there?
I just get splinters. I yelp a bit.
Yeah,
I'm going to spend 10
a
minutes
spider crawls out across your arm and you go, "Oh god, no, okay, maybe not."
It's a mushroom. All the things that you hate.
Yeah.
Where is that spell? So, are we... Let's have a
You
team
wanna burn it?
discussion. Are you, burning or dismantling?
I think burning is the easiest way to dismantle this thing. Let's not. Do we want to stand here in the rain?
If I can, like, stop it from looking so much like whatever it was supposed to look like, I'd quite like to do it. There's something about burning an effigy which seems like it might be the completion of a ritual or something, which I don't like. So...
I tend to agree with the young'un, really. Whatever they were planning on doing, I think, involved burning it. So, if we're just, I don't know, I just feel it better maybe to stop it looking quite like what they wanted before we set it up aflame.
I don't do magic like the rest of you seem to. I don't trust it. I don't have a good feeling about it. We don't have to spend much time, but it's just so it doesn't look like that. Then we'll set fire to it.
Are you prepared to spend an hour dismantling it?
God, Magus is too. I'm with the young'un. I'll spend some time taking it apart before it burn it.
And that would give Darzen time to rest.
No, 1 hour is not going to give me enough time to rest. But I appreciate that you'll thinking about it.
And Absence, you also don't seem to be in the best condition.
I'm not resting here.
Okay.
Fair dues.
Well, you can spend it in that hour attuned to the
But
weapon that
have
is
we
now in
got
your
rope?
inventory.
Have we got
Yeah,
rope?
I'll spend an hour with it. I'm not sure where the rope was, whether we left it behind.
I'll have brought rope with me. I'm not leaving rope behind. Rope is useful. Fuck it. I'm going to climb up the tree. I'm going to wrap rope around various bits of it, and then I'm going to get us all to not the tree, the effigy, and then I'm going to get us all to manpower it down. We're not taking it apart twig by twig. We're doing the rush version, but we're going to fuck it up.
I want a team strength check.
Fair bright there, young'un. Let's give it a go.
I'm not very strong. Could I? Could like mechanics and physics? Like he's a schooled boy. He educated. Is there any way I can get anything extra on this?
I mean, do me an intelligence roll.
Why are we taking our time? Unless anyone can give me a good reason why we're not just burning
as quickly
it.
as I can. Absence. Let's just get this done.
Fire will do it quickest of all. A bit of oil, a few torches.
Advantage for
18.
Alisander, taking party average.
And then it's strength, not
Strength
athletics.
check, please.
That was a really useful advantage. I got an 8 and a 9.
Well, if you can guarantee that we don't trigger what they were by setting fire to it, then I'm happy to set fire to it, but I don't know, so I think best be safe than sorry. Don't want to...
What makes you think that slowly dismantling it's not going to trigger it? What's the difference? Admittedly, I don't really want to fight anything that's on fire, but...
It's mainly disconnecting it from...
It's set to look like something. If you take it apart, it no longer looks like that thing. Whatever it was intended, I'm hoping stops, but it's better than just setting onto it and hoping the best.
I'm no expert, but that gem was in it. Those druids were transferring energy to it. I think they were trying to animate it, and we stopped them.
But
We've
we're not
removed
sure
the
there's
gem.
nothing else in there.
I think Jim's dropped out, so I'm going to roll a strength for him. Were you helping Absence, even though you're arguing against it?
No, I'm not. I'm just...
Oh, then it's a fail.
Oh,
it's
it's
a
a massive
definite
fail.
fail. The twigs all begin to creak and start to break, but you can see that soil is so tightly packed that rope is not with your weak little arms. It's not the rope is not cutting through that.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. If you are, let's just set it on fire then. I'll take out one of my alchemist fire bottle molotovs and start kind of trying to strategically lube up the tree. Effigy. Now I'm confused with which one's which, and I'll let Absent set it on fire.
I will not make you do any checks for that. I will say you can do that successfully.
Okay.
So it starts to burn from the roots up and yeah, crackle and break.
Now, watching it burn, last week when I investigated it and wasn't a complete idiot about how trees work, there was like roots coming up at the effigy, as in like growing in, like there was some interweavingness going on. What's happening with that?
They're slowly burning away too.
Okay, but so do they seem like they were alive? It's not just buried bits of effigy, it's...
We need to investigate that tree as well.
How do I describe this? So it was just like they've connected. It's like they've connected wires to complete a circuit. It's
Mhm.
There's not a lot of it, and once you're putting it at the base of the tree where those roots are, and those roots do burn away, and once the burning does stop, once they lose contact with the effigy, and the effigy continues. But no, they don't seem to have any movement or life. They just burn
do
as
something
you would
like
expect them to.
but
Until it
but
fizzles
like
out.
the roots themselves weren't just like twigs that Alexander misunderstood. They are roots of some kind of living tree.
Yes.
Okay.
And you would also notice, as it starts to burn away, they've sort of managed to construct this on a stone slab. There's a foundation there underneath it all, but you'd have to wait for everything to burn away and shove the soil aside before you could get to that.
Well, the roots do very much seem to be. They were attached to the effigy, and I'm not quite really sure why. This makes me question that tree even more. We should go investigate.
Burn that too.
Tree time?
Tree time.
Let me put you on the map, and then I'll move you over. Talk amongst yourselves. Absence: Alexander, Graham, Magus, Darzin. I haven't put music on this scene. Let me put something on. Yeah, so you exit the circle of stones and approach this copse of a grove of dead trees and shrubs, and at its center this huge contorted black tree, and at its base it's sort of obscured by a wall of fog.
This thing gives me the EBGBs.
What can you tell us about it, Magus?
Not a lot up front. I knows it's something wrong with it. I knows it's making the land a bit sick, but I don't know why. I'll get a bit closer. See how it makes. See if anything comes to me. I shall walk on a bit closer to the tree.
Oh, game's paused. Feel free. Everyone's just waiting for me to go, stop!
Well, I was about to
Things
say,
happen.
before we get too far in, can I just do a general kind of look around? Is there, like, we've just come from a place where we were dealing with, like, those vine creatures, and now we think it's something to do with here, and we're surrounded. There's a weird big dead tree. Can I just do a basic check?
You can. Perception, please.
14.
It seems it's just you and this copse of dead trees.
Okay. I'm going to keep Graham with me.
Magus goes to near the base of the tree, where the path seems to stop. They'll sit down in cross legs and start smoking his pipe, staring at the tree, and cast detect magic around the tree as a ritual.
Are you in? Yes, you are. Remember. There is a ping somewhere high in the branches of the tree of, we'll call it enchantment magic. The main thing that occurs to you as you sit there and stare at the tree, this fog that's around the base. You're looking into it for a long time, and you can sort of make out on the other side of the fog, right at the base, there is a skeleton. Well, that's skeleton body. He's back!
Let's see how long it lasts. Did anyone see my message that I sent when my internet conked it?
I didn't get anything on Messenger.
No, we guessed you conked it.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. My bad.
Darzen will have given a healing potion to Magus, Alisander, and Absence before we set off to see the tree.
Thank you kindly, lad.
Have we got that? Give people things in your inventory function active.
Oh.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, so sorry, Magus just walked up to the tree, sat down and cast Detect Magic, and he's got a ping of enchantment magic. He's also seen a body at the base of the trunk through the mist. What are other people doing whilst Magus does this? Are you ritually casting it, so it takes some time? Yeah.
Right.
I'm probably just going to be guarding Magus.
Yeah, I'll be looking out for anyone approaching or any more druids.
We've still got those torches I would have made from bits of the effigy.
I've got 9 torches in my bag if you want some.
Oh, okay. That'll do then.
You're too resourceful.
I'm trying to MacGyver it.
Perception checks, lookouts.
You'll have to give me some time to get back in the server. If you want a perception check from me.
Do you want me to roll one for you?
Yes, please.
Is that what you're doing too, keeping lookout?
Yeah, because I don't know what else has been going on. I couldn't even get the stream up on my phone.
You could look at the tree. I don't know.
Just a tree.
Oh, Darzen, natural 20. I'll roll for you
Ooh.
more often.
Please do.
Yeah, there is no one coming. Those dead bodies on the floor still stay dead, and you can see that effigy slowly burning down. Everything looks clear.
Delightful.
Well, when I finished casting that spell and I spotted that body, Magus will get up, wander over. Well, that's curious. I wonder. Go and have a look at the body.
Yeah, you pass through the mist and there's no issue. You emerge from the other side, and it's like that mist really is a wall. As you step through it, suddenly the mist is clear on the other side of this, and you can see the tree clearly. The body that you can see on the floor, it is still in the process of decomposing. The bones have begun to be revealed as it's beginning to liquefy, although there are leathery patches of what you assume was skin still attached to it. One of the roots from the tree appears to have curled around the hip bone as if pulling the body in towards it. It looks like it was a short human man.
I think I'm gonna start pulling those roots off of it, trying to unentangle it from the tree.
Not a good idea, Magus.
I don't know.
Strength check.
There's only one way to find out if it's a good idea or not, to be fair.
Let's just burn it.
And has Magus told us about the fact that there's a ping up in the tree?
Magus?
I probably not yet. I'm not holding it, but I'm interested in this body and got a bit distracted.
Okay.
Them roots, they be strong.
Well, that's a bugger.
If I can see what he's trying to do, I'll try and help him. I'm not very strong though.
If you approach the mist, you will
Yeah?
see shapes moving in it. And if you pause at all, you will see those shapes take the form of a small child with red hair in a familiar looking oak panelled room, a 4-poster bed. The child is sat on the end of the bed, her head cocked to one side as she sucks on the end of a quill. It's Ellie. And the longer you stare at it, the more defined this image becomes.
I'm in the right enough mind to realise that this is not real, right? Like, this is a random bedroom in some fog. That's strange. And I walk towards it.
Mhm.
I walk towards it. Do I get closer to it, or does it continue to...
You can come up to where the fog starts. There's a very definite... This is where the wall is. It's as tall as you.
And I kind of run my hand through it. So, I'm not completely entering it. I just want to... Does it disperse? Does it affect the image at all?
The image, as your hand passes through it, it doesn't meet with anything corporeal. It sort of shifts and then finds stillness again.
Is she happy or sad?
If you take some time, she just seems to be deep in thought. She's got like a quill balanced on her knee and a notebook open, and she's writing. Insight? She's focusing. She's got a thinking face on. She does that. She likes to sort of pour herself into little projects as a distraction technique, mostly. You would know that.
Yeah, I'll probably be distracted for a little bit, just watching. Don't want to interact with it. I know it's not real, but just taking a little bit of a moment for home.
If you takes even longer, she'll just keep writing. At some point, you'll see her attention go up towards the canopy of the bed, and it's difficult to see because it's fog, but it looks like she sees something, puts her hand out, and then does this sort of thing where she looks at her hands as if something's fallen from the canopy. And she smiles and walks over to the window and sets something down on the ledge.
Spider or a ladybird? Neither one. Completely normal for her. Okay. If she's turned away from me to get to the window, once she's kind of like opened the window and placed it, I will then walk away.
Away from the tree?
Away from the fog image, so I'll revert back to my original mission, which was to attempt to help Magus and see what's going on, but he's probably moved on to something else now. So
You will probably have to walk through the fog to get to him on the other side.
Magus has walked through the fog, so I'm following his lead, and now I'm concerned it's going to kill me.
You walk through the fog, and Jim?
I was just going to say, if Dawson could see Magus is trying to drag a body out of the woods, Dawson himself would probably go, maybe that's one of my dead friends, and he'd probably go and piddle through the mist as well.
I'll get to you.
Yeah. Sorry, every time there's one of these things where it's like, let's see what happens when characters interact with it, I'm like, I have to get involved now too, because I want to see.
You will also see something in the mist.
Oh.
Actually, yeah, let's go for what you see in the mist. Let's hold Alessander on a cliffhanger of whether he dies or not. So as you approach this wall of fog, you will see a image start to form of this of lots of white stone buildings covered in like lush greenery. Sun. You have not seen a sun in a very long time, but that is a sun in the sky beating down on these buildings, and a lazy river flowing through the center of this cityscape, essentially. There's a small bird about the size of a crow, but with exotically coloured plumage, reds and yellows and blues, which swoops down, dips its beak in the river, and flies off. It's home.
Does it feel like home?
It feels like home. It feels comforting and lovely, and what is this paradise?
I think for a while Dawson would stare at it, like somewhat uncomfortable at the idea of actually being able to see something where he's like, this feels more like home than anything Bovia's ever done, and he'll just kind of like try and shrug it off, and he'll just mumble, not the for fantasies, and he'll just walk through, like wave his hand through the mist as he walks through, which is kind of like brush it all off.
Okay. We'll go back to Alessander. Unless we want to... Does absence do anything? Well, all
I don't know anything's wrong. He's just stood there sort of practicing with his spear.
Keeping a lookout.
Yeah.
So Alessander's like stood and watched Ellie for like a few minutes. So if that's been enough time for Darcy to come, and Darcy's kind of stopped to just experience, I think Alexander would ask Graham if Graham's okay, and can he see what Alexander's like? Graham, can you see a young girl in front of you in the mist?
I see. It's all red and lava and rock, and it looks kind of like where I came from.
Oh. Okay. Okay. Darzen,
Hello.
what can you see in the mist?
I saw a lot of white stone buildings covered in foliage and rather exotic-looking birds.
And what does that mean to you?
I don't know, to be frank, but it feels like
Oh,
the most... Yeah, I suppose that's the best way I can surmise it.
that's what I feel too.
It's a fantasy.
But it's different for everyone.
Well, it seems that way.
I really don't fucking like magic. And with that, at that point, I'll then walk through the mist.
You emerge on the other side, and as I said with Magus, the fog has completely dissipated. But you don't walk through and stand next to Magus as you would expect to. It's quite a wide tree, and you can hear the footsteps of Darzin as he passes through as well. It sounds like he's on the other side of the tree, and you've emerged at the other side for some reason, Alessander. As you pass through, you'll also notice this hairy, large spider sort of crawl across the bark of the tree and stop and seemingly freeze, blink its 8 little eyes at you, and then crawl up into the branches.
Magus, there's a spider and I don't trust it.
You're right back.
What is it? A large spider or just a spider?
It's a tarantula.
Quite a large spider, but it looked at me.
Well, you're quite a vision, young'un. Spiders is as spiders does. Leave it be. It's not bothering you.
Well, I'm not sure if it is a spider as a spider does. But I don't know these things like you might. Just please keep an eye out for it.
I shall do so. I've got this funny little thing going on here. While they were doing that, I'd be spending a little bit more time trying to see if I can figure out the connection between twixt the tree and this body on the floor. Can I get the feel that the enchantment I sensed on the tree is somehow rooted in this body?
It would still be up, and no, it's coming from a definite thing in the branches that doesn't feel like it's a part of the tree.
It's moving about, is it? Or is it stationary?
No, it's static.
Right. Funny question. But do any of you more sprightly types feel like shimmying up that there tree and having a look at what's up there? And I shall point at the spot.
I can climb it, no problem, but if that spider comes after me, you've got to get rid of it.
I can climb it worse, but I'm not scared of spiders.
I'm not scared of spiders, I just don't like that spider. feel like it was watching us, and I don't trust it. But he'll start clambering up at that point. Also muttering to himself once he stopped complaining about the spider about fucking trees and germs and
I shall guide Alexander to where I'm sensing this enchantment from the bottom.
Investigate with advantage.
Is that me or is that my...
Sorry, you're the one doing it.
Investigate, but with advantage.
Also, Darzin, I haven't forgotten, you said you wanted to look at the body.
Yep.
You want a bit more of a description?
Sure.
Do me a medicine check, because it's half rotting.
Hooray. A 12.
Yeah, short, human, male, assumably. It looks like there was facial hair. They had quite a bulbous nose. What else would you be able to see? Sort of grey hair. Quite nondescript, really. It's a human being, and it doesn't seem to match any of the dolls.
There will be a moment where he.
Hair.
There will be a moment where he takes out one of the dolls to compare things, and there'll be a few seconds of him looking between the doll and the corpse, and the doll and the corpse, and then he'll just go, "What the fuck am I doing? I'm comparing a fucking soft toy to a corpse. This is the stupidest idea I've ever fucking had."
Not a woman, not bald, not got, I think it was long black hair, and could be you for a moment because it has facial hair, but it's too short, surely. And you're there. Alessander,
19.
19. You will climb up, no problem, and you just cast your eye about and you see that spider again.
Oh, fuck. What's it doing?
It will meet eyes with you again and stop. It will lift up its two front appendages and then scurry off down one of the branches again.
Okay, maybe it is just a spider. Still don't trust it though.
Seen it again?
Yes, it was again watching me.
Ask it why.
Do I see whatever the magical item could be? Now I'm not looking into the eyes of a spider.
You can ignore the spider and keep looking around, look in nooks and crannies if anything's secreted away, and eventually with Magus's guidance, you will find yourself following the branch that the spider crawled along.
The spider leading me to something.
And
found a new net.
You will find a knot in the bark, and it seems to resemble, to you, maybe an eye. And you see a glint of something inside the very tight hollow inside. I had an image of that, but I don't think I uploaded it.
Tell us what you see, young'un.
There's on this branch. There's like a knot in the tree. There's something in it. Let me get a better look, and I'll try and reposition myself to be able to be a little bit more secure on the tree. And is there any sign of the spider? If this was the same True, because if I put my hand in this knot and it's a fucking spider I grab, we've got a problem.
Do you have dark vision? Yeah, you do. You're a half-elf. So, I mean, it's really dark and it's a small knot. So, if you look around it, the spider doesn't appear to be on that branch anymore. You can see something that... It's not that it glints like it's metal or something, it's just that the colour of it is very different to the surrounding black bark.
So like the eye of a spider might glint against some wood.
But it doesn't glint, it's not shiny like that.
What's this? 1 second. I was just saying if Graham could do anything special. Ah! That warning would have been nice there, Vic.
There's a knot in the tree. Looks a bit like that, like an eye.
Like an eye that's crying. How deep does it look?
Few inches. It's a thick appendage of the tree, branch of the tree.
Can I take out a dagger and try and pry whatever it is out with my dagger?
You would definitely connect with something, but
Have I just stabbed a spider?
it'd be quite difficult to pull out. You need something more dexterous.
I will relay that to the rest of the group. There's something in here. Could I use my thieves' tools in any way? Am I trying to get like 2 things either side to kind of like ease it out? If not, will like a crossbow bolt jammed into one side and like lever it out?
You're determined not to touch it. Do me a sleight of hand check because you're good at this stuff.
Fucking touching anything. How am I? I've got to get rid of the picture of the freaking creepy eye. Sleight of hand. Please don't be shit.
Darzin. That's filthy.
That's 20.
Oh, yeah. Eventually you will... it's more squeezing the two things together like a...
Chopsticks.
Yeah. And start to pull out what looks like a blade. But it's not made from metal.
Like a long thin blade? If it like...
If you keep pulling, eventually you will come to the handle and be able to, if you want to, touch it. It's a dagger.
Yeah, I'll grab it. I didn't want to reach into a knot or anything in case I got stabbed or bitten, but if I can safely grab it, then I'll safely grab it.
You can grab it. And then as you remove it, the spider comes out and just sort of puts its little feet out out of the knot and then scurries back in.
How high up in the tree am I?
You're about 6 feet up.
Oh, I fall. I panic and fall. I have the dagger, but I'm gone.
Cool. Is it 10 feet for full damage, so you're okay? Yeah.
As Alessandra hits the ground, there'll be a moment where Darzin will just be like, do you need me to go up there and use like my magic hand to, remove anything from the tree so you don't have to touch it or fidget with things?
No, but if you want to use your magic hand to... I don't know, whatever the hell that spider wants, just...
Probably just want to see what you're doing. Curious things, spiders.
I've never known one quite that curious. It seems to almost have a personality.
I'm
Like
curious
it
now.
veins on me.
Dawson's going to put his hand in that knot and see what happens.
You put your hand in it, nothing.
No.
There's nothing in there.
Does the spider watch him?
The spider does not reappear.
I can't. There's no spider in here.
What did you find in there?
I found this, and I'll show Magus the dagger.
Is that where the enchantment is?
Yep.
That's the badger. Right. Let's have a look at this then. We look closely at the dagger. Is there anything on it?
Can do me an investigation or a nature. Lovely. You've seen Alisander's dagger. They're generally blade set into a wooden handle. This one seems to be all one piece. It's a dull off-white. You think it is carved from bone.
Well, I don't know how squeamish they are, young'un, but I think that there might be carved from bone.
This might seem very weird, but will you just very quickly lick it?
Lick it.
Yeah, so bone is porous. So if you lick it and your tongue sticks to it a little bit, it's made out of bone. If you lick it and it doesn't, it's not bone.
I'm fairly sure it's bone. I don't want to be licking no bone dagger, especially when it's been shoved in that there tree.
Doesn't.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I'm not going to make a joke about it. I'm just going to do it.
And it'll be like the pommel end, like if it's all one piece, it'll be the pommel. I won't get him to lick the tip. Just the
I
base.
imagine he holds eye contact with you for the whole thing.
Yeah, it's just like unblinking stare as he goes, what? No, it's bone.
And then I'm just going to hold it very oddly. Because it's a dagger and I like daggers, but it's bone and that's a bit weird.
Whilst this is all going on, I'm just going to check in on absence.
Well, I'll look over my shoulder and check on them, but if it's all going well, I'll continue to just practice and keep watch.
Yeah, you too will see shapes in the fog. Whether you stare at it long enough for it to form those shapes is up to you.
I mean, can I still see them, or?
No, once they're on the other side of the fog, you can't see them.
So I imagine after a few minutes he will turn and check on them and realise he can't see them, and then approach the fog to
You'll
see
also
where they
hear at some point Alessander's scream and then a thump as he falls out of a tree.
That's true, you can hear them, you can't see them.
Oh, okay. Well, the scream would probably attract my attention. Even though it's Alexander and it could be anything. But
The shadows in the fog will form into an image of rows and rows of green vines, which seem to go on forever, disappearing into the horizon. There are rolling hills surrounding this scene, isolating it from the world, and you too will see a sun setting in the distance.
would just walk straight through if I saw that.
Yes, you will find Darzin and Magus looking over a body, which one of the roots of the tree has got curled around it. It's already half decomposed, and Alessander on his bum holding a dagger awkwardly.
Sorry, am I disturbing something?
Oh yeah, and Darzin going,
Yeah.
He's an odd cabbage, that one. Right. Can I get any feelings from that dagger, or is it just like
It doesn't give you the tree heebie-jeebies.
the tree still giving me the EBGBs?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not sure that's what was wrong with the tree. I don't think it was. The tree's still giving me the EBs, but that can't have helped. I reckon let's burn the tree and have a look at that dagger a bit when we get a chance, a bit further away.
Sounds like a good plan. And then Dawson will just firebolt the tree.
Roll attack. Sorry, I was looking something up. I don't know what you'd get. I'm trying to detect magic. Any magic, not just spells.
Where is my thing? Firebolt.
It just sees the presence of magic, doesn't it?
Oh, I got a natural 1.
It's just got this necromantic energy about it. There's no like pinpoint, this is the source of it, or this is where it's focused. It's all just confirming that suspicion that you had about it. It is definitely dead, but it's magically dead.
Yeah.
Carry on.
No, tree's definitely past its time. You ought to put it out.
You look at the tree and the body decomposing, seemingly sort of being consumed by it in a way, and think better of it and misdirect your bolt at the last moment.
Can I just say I saw something when I was outside the mist? I saw home. So whatever this thing is, it's not good. It's luring us here. So I'm with Darzin. We burn it.
It's trapping people with fantasies. It's a dangerous thing to leave here. Even compared to... I mean, Barovia is not a safe place to begin with, but somewhere that makes you think of somewhere nicer. It's going to lure a lot of people to early graves.
I'll light a torch. Who's got oil?
I'm
muted, Hazel. I understood that last bit without the mic.
Pretty much. Just at this point, I'd ask Magus if he would be able to get the spider out of the tree before we set it on fire. If it is just a spider, that seems cruel. And he has just watched his little sister save some kind of insect. So he feels he should do the same thing.
Good point. I shall see if I can converse with the spider.
I didn't see a spider. Also, since I don't have oil, but I do have some candles for some reason.
I've got torches. I think a candle might be a very slow way of burning a tree down.
I can't help it, I'm a romantic soul.
I mean, we could do without it raining, Magus. I don't know if you can do anything about that.
I've got some fuel that will help make sure that the tree does burn, but I don't know. I just want to get the spider off the tree.
Did you say you wanted to talk with it?
I shall turn into a spider and scurry up looking for it.
Perception? As a spider? Do you have access to spider perception?
Boy, give me a minute.
Let me I forget that you're a druid, and I should think about that. Spider, a regular old spider?
Well, Alexander said it was quite big, so I'll put myself into like a larger normal spider. Well, nothing monstrous, just a big old.
It's big and hairy, so think
big and hairy
tarantula.
spider.
Okay. Permissions. Tom. If you zoom in, there's a little spider.
I see. So perception. That's intelligence, isn't it? Oh, I can see it.
Perception, wisdom, and it has a +0.
He's at the tree.
You don't see anything on this tree.
I shall look for a minute, then scurry back down and turn back to myself. Well, I can't find the bugger.
Goodbye, spider.
I'll quickly try and like climb back onto the branch where I left it, and I'll look for the spider. This goes against everything, every fibre of Hazel's being. Perception. 8.
You see no spider.
I'll just very quietly whisper, like, spider, can you just maybe get out of the tree? Be careful. Shit. And then get out of the tree myself.
I love your weird reactions to this tree.
This weird spider is watching me.
Who lights it first?
I will spread some of the remaining oil over it. So that'll be 2 more of my alchemist fires gone. One from the other tree, one from this one.
Mark them off. If you've got fuel and you're using torches. Yeah, the wood is damp from the rain, but eventually you will manage to find a light. And Alexander, you're the one lighting it, you will hear creaking behind you.
Behind me as in, like, in the fog or past the fog?
Past the fog.
Something outside of the fog.
Let's go look. Is this a tree? Oh god.
Let's all roll initiative, shall we?
Oh no.
It was good knowing you all.
Has Absence passed out any of those torches?
Yeah, I was getting them out, so I was just laying them around the base of the tree, so...
Jim?
Hello.
This was a long time ago now, but last time we played and Mick wasn't in the session, I told you about one of the magic items that they have and said if you feel it comes to a point where it should be put to group consultation to use it.
You know what that is?
Yep, I know, and I'm
just reminding you.
Yep. I think the moment I saw this, I was like, this is a moment.
But we're in initiative order, and this has all just happened as you emerge out the other side of the fog, or you can see through the fog. There aren't images on this side where you stand. Shapes start to move, and you hear this creaking that sounds very familiar. It's that sound from when you were at the winery. And where is my initiative order gone?
That's weird. I didn't roll initiative, but I still seem to be on there.
Yeah, I thought I hadn't, but I have.
Oh, I might have done it by accident. I had so many in there, I just kept pressing.
It's fine. It's quite a good initiative, so, you know.
Sorry.
What I rolled was better.
What did you roll? What would you like?
I can't remember now because it's gone. So it was like a 13, and all I got on here was something else.
I rolled mine and it was that poor.
Oh, that's not what I meant to... Oh. I don't understand Foundry. That's more like it. And apparently first up is Graham. Oh, let's change the music.
Maybe I rolled it for Graham by accident. No, that wouldn't have been 13.
Let's do this new one. I don't know what the level's like on it. Might be very loud. Do you want Graham to do anything? Begin combat.
I think he will just go invisible, and he's got to fly up and to safety.
Cool. I'm just going to take him out of initiative order then.
Yeah, he'll stay above us. So if he sees anything of interest, he'll let us know. But other than that, keep him out of it.
Lovely. And now we start with this dude. Once again, like we had in the winery, these larger ones that are bigger than the size of your token, are swarms. So you will see what looks like branches of trees, limbs detach themselves, and lots of little twig creatures start to emerge. And this swarm is going to go up to the closest person, which would be Absence, and claw at you. Sorry. Maybe you should have taken a rest.
It wouldn't have made much difference.
Next up is Mick. Jim, would you like to control Mick? Or...
Yes, I've got access to their character, so I may as well do it. So for Mick's turn, I suppose he will use the fact that he is attuned, or they'll use the fact they're attuned to the staff, to just give the command to flee to blights around them of CR2 or lower, using a simple one-word command. But it doesn't tell me the range.
I think we decided on 60 feet? Or was it 30 feet?
Well, if it's 30 feet, they're not going to get anybody.
He can move forward. It's fine.
He's got movement.
Yeah. I mean...
I just put them down in a random place. They all probably started near the centre where you guys were. Nick isn't here, so I didn't play them out until you got into a scenario where you could use them.
So if he says flee, it will be this big group, that big group, and then the smaller one next to absence. And yeah, it doesn't say there's a saving throw or anything.
I think you've got every one apart from this one at the top.
Oh, if it's 60 feet.
Oh, I can't remember what I did.
Oh, right, yeah.
I think it was 60. I think it
It was
was
60.
because it was the whole
It
thing
was
of
so
it was
big, yeah. I'm too nice to you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's 60, it's just that one at the top.
No, if it's 60, I'll hit that one too.
Is it?
'cause they're-
Oh, yeah, you'll hit all of them. Okay, let's see what happens. Anything else?
No, that's it.
What would you like to do, Absinthe?
The
You have
big
heard
one hit
little
me.
Mick go, flee!
Oh. Does everyone? Well, are we gonna flee?
It will. There'll probably be a follow-up, a shout with that question. I was like, that was just to the trees.
Okay, bonus action. No, I'm not going to use it. I'm just going to use my action to flee then.
You want to-
Disengage.
Oh wait, it's... Yeah, you're fine. Okay.
Is it an action to drink a potion in your games?
What is it,
It is
in your
rule.
games?
It is in my games. It's bonus action to drink one yourself, but it's action to feed it to someone. But rules as written is action.
I'll use your rules because I respect you as a dungeon master and have learnt from you, Sensei.
Okay, I'll drink that potion then.
Go for it.
I'm cool with you using rules as written. I'm just.
We play enough games that I would like the rules to remain pretty similar across the board.
Okay. Yeah, I disengage, drink the potion, and look a bit less worse for wear, but still not great.
Play.
That's it.
Next is this one. And I've got it set to movement. That's not what I wanted to do. You see it start to move away. Same here.
How long does that work for, Mick? We don't know.
And there's Sander.
So before they all appeared, I was alchemist firing. Where are we in that? Have I? Is that what initiated it?
tree, yeah, the tree took light, and then you heard the creaking.
Okay. Magus is further away, isn't he? I'm gonna try and.
Thank you for respecting the tree boundaries.
Like, I can't tell exactly where it is, but I thought that was a fair. It has a token, but it's not gonna. It's not alive in the way that it'd take an opportunity attack, will it?
When you move, nothing happens to you.
Okay. I was trying to keep close to it, but I didn't want to.
Difficult questions. Is this tree alive?
In theory, in practice, two very different things. I've heard Mick shout flee. I know what Mick's done before with that, so I'm just going to kind of stand over here and be near Darson and Magus in case shit goes down. And then can I hold an action of stabbing something with a short sword if it gets too fucking close?
Within melee range? Presumably?
Yeah, it'd
That's
have to
the
be.
definition of too fucking close.
Yeah. In
Could throw it.
stabby range.
Okay. Is that everything?
Yeah.
This one goes bye-bye. This one go bye-bye. This one go bye-bye. Doesn't.
I'm just going to tap Alessander, give him. Oh, move up 5 feet next to Alessander. Tap him. Guidance.
Thank you.
I can't remember if inspiration is a bonus action as well. You'd think kind of. It is, yeah. I will give Absence Bardic Inspiration.
Oh. Is that everything?
Yeah.
Going by the theme of this music, is it like a tuba solo?
It's jazz flute.
Should have guessed. Jazz flute.
It's like slow and sultry. Because that's the type of person Darzin is.
I was hoping it was like from Anchorman.
Maybe.
Okay. Magus.
Well, you've had about enough of this nonsense. I'm going to cast Moonbeam straight on that bloody tree.
On.
I think it's put the template underneath the marker, but it's there.
Saves.
Don't.
Do you just want to roll the damage? Because I feel like this is going through the motions somewhat. Okay. As your moonbeam hits the tree, similarly to the same effect the fire is having, the already withered branches start to sort of creep back in on themselves. Is that everything?
For now, that's all. Yeah, that's all. That's it.
Right, all of you have had a go, and you can see all of them are fleeing on their turn. Anything else? Do we keep this going? Do people have specific ideas of what they want to be doing?
I think we should use the oil, make a ring of fire, and wait for them to come back. And then how long they're gone, maybe dig a pit and wait for them to come back. We're not dealing with these, we're just putting it off.
So, yeah, that's largely my concern about it as well. There is a very specific thing that Mick can do that would resolve it. However, I don't think I don't think they'd share that information. Which is why I haven't said anything about it. I see.
I'm just going to focus on the tree. Just focus on trying to destroy this tree. What else was it?
I'll start whacking the tree as well. Magus thinks it'll help.
You whack it.
We'll all
with a
whack the
torch.
tree.
I'll light a torch and help it along.
Yeah, start spreading the fire.
Light several torches, in fact. I'll use up to 5 of them. Well, I'll use 5 of them.
It's a slow process, but they continue to move away, and the tree continues to burn down. With a bit more speed, but it's a very large tree.
Because the bottom's burnt. Doesn't really matter too much about the top, hopefully.
If you want to watch it burn to the ground, you're going to be here for a few hours.
I just want to keep my moonbeam on it for a while. Make sure it's
How long does it
going
last?
a minute.
Let's do this. Save. Fail, save. Save. Fail. That feels pretty. 2 saves, 2 fails. What would be the average of how much damage is it? 2d.
It is
2d10
yes.
on a failed save, half.
Yeah, 3d10, so I did it at level 3.
3d10.
Yeah.
Who can do maths for a minute worth of doing that? That's-
What, half full and half?
Oh,
Is that 30 d10s?
so that would be 9, so I've already done one. So it's
9,
9, 3 9s,
27 d10s.
So
Assuming it averages, as I just demonstrated, half the time it fails, half the time it saves.
the average,
So
Average
3
roll.
quarters of 9 d10s. No,
average roll is
27 d10s.
5, so that is 135. So you'll take half of which is 67.5, and so you'll take 67.5, or so 68 or 67, whichever you want, and then another 30.
I have an alternative suggestion. I've just used Google to roll 27 d10s and got 176. You can
Then do
divide that in.
75% of that.
Yeah, you could divide it in half twice.
That would be 132. Which is much quicker.
Times it.
Yeah, that moonbeam, over the course of just a minute, that tree burns back into ash until there's just the few last embers by the body of this poor half rotting man.
Magus will just go, that'll do. Let's off then.
What do we do about this man?
Bury him somewhere.
Maybe not here.
I'm a little bit more concerned about the blights. I mean, they could be back at any moment. We don't really know how long Mick's stupid little stick thing lasts.
Well, we'll come back
It's
another
saved
day
us on
and
multiple occasions. I wouldn't be calling it stupid.
Why don't we just get it gone? And then if our consciences trouble us, we can come back and bury it. But I think the main thing is getting that bloody thing down, and we've done that.
We can come back
Okay.
later to fight the blights when we're ready. Not when we've scaled this hill, and been in enough fights already.
So we just leave them be.
Well, maybe with the tree gone, they've all expired.
Maybe with the tree and the druids gone, they'll try and find a local settlement just to piss people off like they did with the vineyard.
Well, hopefully with no one controlling them anymore, they'll just die.
As long as they bugger off, I'm okay.
So what are we doing about the body?
We could always try and get back some of the way to the winery. They might know who it is, or they can bury them. But that's carrying it a long way.
It's quite liquefied to carry.
Oh. Just throw some dirt on it then. Cover it in the ash.
Yeah, why don't we just pile the dirt around, pile it over top of the body? It'd be almost like a grave.
Some of the stones.
Yeah.
Sprinkle a bit of ash on it. It's fertilized ground for the new tree. Hopefully one that's not, an asshole.
So we do that and then we leave.
Yes, absolutely.
Is the fog still there?
Mm-hmm.
Is anyone else doing anything before we leave?
No.
Are you leaving?
What about the person? Has he got anything on him?
Oh no, like an axe and some leather armor, but that's it.
They sacrificed him to the tree.
Or he attacked the tree.
Yeah, trees are not fond of axes.
The tree at him.
If we're getting close to leaving, then Alexander will go back to the fog and say goodbye to Ellie.
She's gone back to writing in a book. She doesn't look up or seem to hear you say anything. She just continues as she's doing.
It'll just be a simple goodbye. Sorry about the spider. And off he goes.
Darzin will come and stand by Alessander as he's doing that. He's going to put on the idea that he's going to stand there for a moment to nudge him and be like, "Come on, let's not fuck around with the fantasies." But he's going to be looking into his own version of home, looking to see if he spots any familiar faces, seeing as Alessander's mentioned a red-headed girl in his.
All I said is I saw home.
Oh, okay. Well, he's still going to be looking for someone he might recognise, or just anybody.
Yeah, you will see. It's a living, breathing cityscape. You will see a couple of people pass through. A woman in a long, sort of dusty pink robe, but she doesn't seem familiar to you. She just crosses the bridge where the river is from one side to the other. Similarly, after a moment, another person will walk past in a dark green sort of suit, coat, smart coat. It doesn't trigger any memories for you either.
I think after the moment Alessander starts to move, Darzin will kind of pretend that's when he's getting ready to go on, and he'll give one of those joke nudges, punches. He's like, "Come on, let's not look at stupid hallucinations of fantasies. Let's go back to the winery."
And Alexander, who wouldn't normally respond to that, will kind of jokingly punch Darzin in the shoulder to yeah, I wasn't checking in on my little sister.
It's just the very awkward thing of yeah, we're both obviously not doing the thing that people think we're doing.
Two not manly men trying to be manly to make it seem like they weren't dealing with their emotions. Toxic masculinity.
Two guys sitting in a hot tub, but slight looking in the mist.
Is there anything you want to do on Yester Hill? Check on the effigy or anything? Or do you just want to let it keep burning and leave?
It's when you say things like this that we then spend another hour just checking on things
Yeah,
that...
we'll just make sure it's gone.
I'm going to go grab a drink. I will return shortly.
Has anyone
Yeah.
considered that the mists are taunting us now? They're showing us home. This is some kind of prison or hell or
And
both.
Not sure what you're on about, to be honest. Just looks a bit misty to me.
There's something more melancholy to it. It doesn't feel as if it's tricking me. It's just... It just is.
It's taunting me. It's showing me what I want. It's not. This isn't right. What if we're dead? What if we've done something to deserve this?
Then if we deserve it, we should just live with it.
Deserve what?
Whatever this is. Anyway, drink.
It's stuck here.
Oh, role playing. Go get a drink.
But we're not stuck here. We can bugger off whenever we want.
No, we
You
can't.
can't.
Look, watch. And I'll just start walking down the path.
You're missing the point.
I think I might be, but I don't know what else.
Where are you from, Magus?
Well, them woods yonder.
Them woods. And what's the land that them woods resides in?
It's just the land. I don't know.
Well, I'm not from here. I wasn't born in Barovia or Kresk or Valaki. We just found ourselves here one morning after falling asleep in the mist.
Aye. Well, that's how it works, isn't it? You're there all of a sudden, and I don't understand. You just woke up. That's normal. I don't know nothing about no Barovia, but I woke up in this land too.
Yeah, but did you fall asleep in this land? That's the point. We didn't. We fell asleep somewhere, and when we woke up, everything had changed. The trees were different, the sounds were different, the temperature was different.
I don't know. There was no falling asleep. I just woke up.
It's not right. Someone or something is taunting us, is playing with us.
But I'll agree one thing, there is something not right about this place here. This hill, right? But hopefully with the tree gone, we made it a bit better. Hopefully with the tree gone, it'll go back to as it should be up here. But we'll wait to see, I guess. See what tomorrow holds.
That's the point, Magus. I don't know how long you've been here, but everywhere we go, nothing's as it should be. We keep fighting back against the dark, but the dark keeps encroaching. We've already lost some of us.
I don't know about dark, but there's right There's as it should be, and there's not. And this wasn't, and hopefully it'll be more as it should be now. And I commend you trying to put things right. That's sort of what I want too. But I don't know about dark, or I don't know about nothing else before waking up. I don't know nothing about no Barovia or Crespy. Did you say? Cresk, I don't know.
Cresty. Oh, Jim, you're confusing me now. Are they the same place? Or are they different places?
No, they're. For people who are watching this, Christy is what I called a thing in my homebrew campaign that I started writing before I even knew what Curse of Strahd was. So don't try and fucking pin it on that, you prick.
No, I'm not pinning it. I'm like confused where we are now. Which campaign's which? Well, what I'm trying to say is I think we need to equip ourselves, or we are going to die. We need to come up with a plan. We need to figure out who is keeping us here and sort them out.
Kadesk is probably a good place for you to go for equipping yourselves. They seem to have they seem to be independent enough. They don't really trade with Vallaki, but they've got enough that they make do on their own. They might have a few things they could provide. And failing that, you can go back to Vallaki, check out Idina.
I'm thinking this spear has made me think. I'm thinking of something a little better than rusty old swords and stolen spears that we've been using so far.
I'll beg your pardon, my stuff isn't rusty.
I know yours isn't, but you've been here 300 years. I think if your stuff was still rusty, then I'd be worried. But as is, this is all salvaged, broken, rusty old tat that we've taken from people we've killed. And I don't say that with any pride. Do you remember...
This is Metagaming Raven. Jim, you would know that there is a good blacksmith in Kresk.
This
It
is
is
what
the
I'm...
Burgomaster's wife.
This is what I'm trying to say, but they're not catching on.
No, you're not catching on to what I'm saying. That's the thing. Do you remember when we had our fortunes told?
No, I wasn't. I never knew you had your fortunes told. I could tell your fortune if you want. I don't really understand how it works, but I have the tarot cards.
You don't understand how it works, but you can do it. That's
Yeah.
often the way. It's a gift, obviously.
Yeah. I mean, the cards just turn out to be, really mystical cards. I don't know how it fucking works, but it happens. This is me saying I don't understand the rules for tarot reading.
But your character does, yeah. By the way, I've just checked the map and it is Kresk. So Cresty is different campaign. It's not Cresty, it's Kresk.
I gave you the episode title. It's in the episode title.
Oh, yeah. I didn't put that in the episode title because I doubted we'd get there.
Yeah.
Now you're
Well,
just a
Darzin,
saboteur.
you know, Darzin, you can read the cards too. I can't deny I'm superstitious because I am, but she seemed to speak. Madame Ava seemed to speak about some things that could help us. I think the first card was the Enchanter.
Oh, fuck me. I'm going to have to go through my fucking cards for this.
No, she said
No.
something about... She said something about a woman kneeling and a rose plucked too soon or something, and then the Master of the Marsh would know who she spoke of. But does that mean anything to you, Master of the Marsh? You've lived here.
That is an interesting question because, Dawson,
There is a swamp in Barovia. It used to be the town of Beres, but then the river overflowed, and they had to leave.
In the town of Soggy.
Yeah. So I know the superstitious story of Beres too. I don't know if Dawson would.
Yeah, you would. You've been around long enough for that to be a big tale that gets told. Because it happened your lifetime.
Yeah.
There were other cards too.
Well, but that I was plucked too soon. There was a story of a town called Beres, alongside one of the rivers. There was somebody there that the Baron Strahd took an interest in, and apparently he met an unfortunate end before she could be spirited away, and in revenge he flooded the river, and the town's abandoned now. But she's usually referred to as the girls taking them too soon, because Beres used to be all I don't know, good intentions and flowers. But it's nobody ever goes there now.
Right. From what I remember, Madame Ava thought that whoever the Master of the Marsh would know information that would help us. But there were more. There were more cards. The second was the Avenger, supposedly some sort of holy symbol of hope. That, again, might help us.
Don't know that one.
Well, she said the treasure lies in a dragon's house.
I've never seen a dragon in Barovia.
Well, it says in hands once clean and now corrupted.
That one, I don't know. I have inclinations, but you could potentially. Yeah, it's going to sound really stupid and like I'm trying to force you to go somewhere very specific, but that could be in Kresk, actually. There's a church there. It's supposed to be quite nice, what it used to be, but a lot of the people complain about noises or something. I don't know. I didn't really experience it when I was there, but it's a little creepy for a place.
If we're going to deal with the Devil Strahd, then I think we need to consider that these things might be useful clues rather than superstition. I think there's something in cards.
So, above table, I can't remember exactly what my cards were. I had the dungeon, or the donjon.
There was the
individual card.
The bishop.
The
which
bishop.
Is, yeah, I'm reading through the notes, and yeah, the bishop was tells of a weapon, a sword of sunlight.
A sword of sunlight.
Lies in a pile of treasure beyond a set of amber doors.
Because I remembered something about amber doors, so I thought that was mine, but I wasn't completely sure. In which case, if Alessandra overhears this conversation, I'll be like, Johnson, do you know of any amber doors?
I saw an amber room.
I was going to straight up assume, I just didn't. I mean, like V's there, like, no, you don't know. I was going to assume I don't know anything about amber doors.
Okay. Worth asking.
Why would you make doors out of amber? Seems like a waste of valuable material.
I don't know if they're actually amber or if that's just the colour.
I mean, either or. It's just the color. It's a lot of effort just for the door.
How about, do you know of a pool to the west? Blessed by the light of the white sun? Does that mean anything to you?
That's what I think it is, isn't it? I think, again, we may as well just go straight to Kresk. I think most of your things might be in Kresk.
Let's go to Kresk then. It's like fate or something.
It's like there was this grand plan to get you to go exactly to the place the only place I know of about in Barovia.
It was about a week ago, the card reading. I don't know why it's taken us this long. And I did enjoy the surprise on Veronica's face when I brought it up.
I was
She was
fucking
like-
surprised.
But having a conversation with you about a week ago where you were like, I don't know where to go. You're like, I told you in the beginning. So thanks.
You did. You did. But then we realised we couldn't see the journal entries anymore. So
I also frequently asked about the tarot readings up until Cedric died, and then I was like, I would like Darsin to get a tarot reading. And that sparked the whole thing. Anyway, off to Kresk, let's go.
No, wait. You're checking on the effigy. The effigy's burned down. You can see a stone slab now at the bottom of it. There's some fucking writing on it.
Can we read the writing?
You can, and Magus can. I'm not being subtle anymore.
We have taken too fucking long.
You need
probably
to-
one of our cards right here.
Beat
Oh,
more
hang
men.
on. There is, yeah, one of the cards says, look, no, never mind. Those are seeds and reap the weeds. Stop your praying as they bleed. Present your prize and speak her name. Receive the blessing of her fane.
And once more for the stream. Sow the seeds and reap the weeds. Stalk your prey as they bleed. Present your prize and speak her name. Receive the blessing of her fame. Who is she? Any ideas? There's
Religion?
For Darsin,
Anyone?
you may as well ask her. Fucking ant to do calculus. I got a 13, surprisingly.
If we had a druid, we probably could. Ask
We've
an
got
ant
a
to do
druid,
calculus.
but-
mate.
I'm gonna point out, Magus, you can read that. And you go, well, you can read it because it's in Druidic script.
Yeah, I can read it, but does it mean anything more to me? I don't know.
Well, it sounds like they sacrificed that person to the tree.
It looks that way, but
Present your prize and speak her name. Receive the blessing.
So the
Fame.
seeds could be the stone that they took from the vineyard. The seed shaped
Yeah.
stone.
I wonder who she is, and I wonder what prize they were after.
No idea.
Sorry, as it sounded, no idea for you either.
Risk then.
Oh wait, or the winery to give back the gem?
Winery to give back the gem. Checking on people. Then Crest.
Cool.
Yes.
Don't care that you didn't investigate the slab. You don't spend a week writing a poem and not get people to read it.
It's a very nice poem.
Thank you.
Very impressed.
You don't know what it means.
Not a clue.
Where's the Wizard of Wines? So you left first thing in the morning, you took the short route, we'll say you spent a couple of hours burning shit down. It's probably around 1 or 2 in the afternoon. Take another couple of hours to get back. So it's about 3 o'clock when you come up towards the winery. Where's winery ground floor? Oh god, I forgot how many people there are. There they are. All the family.
Holy moly.
Let's talk to all of them individually.
Yep. Each.
We should-
We each take a turn.
In turn,
Yeah.
yeah, time.
Say who you're speaking to, and then I will do their voice because each one will be different.
Who's the head of the family? The silver head guy.
Was it Davian that asked us to fetch the seed?
It was Davian with some more diplomacy from Adrian.
I think.
Hello.
Good day.
Now
That
I'm
was
going to have a
quick.
short rest.
Well, I think we might have found your Ujimik wants it.
You'll suddenly see the old man light up. Really? Show it to me now.
I'm hoping one of us picked it up.
I did. I'll maybe not hand it over straight away. I kind of want to see his response to it first and just make sure it's nothing dodgy. But I will show it to them.
Glee, surprise, and he instantly reaches out for it to snatch it from you.
Just have a
Right, insight check,
realisation.
just to. He's just happy to see it. It's not like an addicted kind of. I must get to my hands. He's not Gollum in this scenario.
Yeah, insight check.
Just being very paranoid.
Or
today.
Arcana if you think it's a magical addictive.
No. I'm just trying to read people. I'm not trusting people, and that's about it.
He was quite rude before. This is quite in line with his behaviour.
I would like to talk to him before he. Well, as he goes to grab the gem, I'll step in the way.
Oh no, she's talking to the old man. Magus is in the way. It's a very cramped room. Maybe we should go outside, but I feel like there are powers that be that didn't want to move all of us.
Just curious how this gem works.
I have no idea, but it works. And we've seen it clearly doesn't work anymore when
What
it's
do
not
you?
here.
Well, this gem wasn't yours originally, was it? I think it probably belonged to those druids.
It's
Tell me,
not
do you have to?
druids,
do
and
you
he
have-
spits on the floor. This was gifted to us.
By you.
Look around, okay? I'm not entirely sure. The story is there were old gods of the land that, when this was centuries ago, but When Strahd was taking over the land, our ancestors looked after, provided shelter for some of the forest folk that were still loyal to the old gods, not this new conqueror. And in return, we were gifted these. That is the story. I can't tell you much more without traveling back in time.
Just wondering if, because Magus himself told us this climate's not right for grapes, for making wine, yet these things help you, and we just read something on the hilltop. There's no blood involved in making your crops grow, is there?
No, we just bury the gem in the soil and they manage to grow.
Inside.
Yeah.
Dozens in the background going, I hope there's no fucking blood involved. I've been checking it for hundreds of years.
Do you get it? 6?
6.
Seems honest.
I think it might just be what it says here. Absence. If this is the seed and they call it such, then they're sowing it and reaping the weeds.
Yeah, but are they stalking prey and as they bleed?
Well, that there might be the next bit of what ritual that them druids up there yonder were trying, but perhaps it works in stages and they're just doing the first here.
Maybe this is just something entirely unrelated to the druids. The druids just
Hey.
wanted to.
We
I
have
suspect
nothing. We have nothing to do with those forest folk. They are feral, evil creatures. And I dare say our ancestors did not either. When they looked after these people, I don't think they were aligned to any evil that existed back then. What are you talking about? Are you accusing my family of something?
Just checking that you're not using something that is inherently evil to grow your plants. I'm not suggesting you know. You seem honest to me. Very poor roll. But it said up there, sow the seeds and reap the weeds. What if those thorn creatures are a result of your stone?
It said up there, what do... I don't understand what you're talking about.
There's a stone slab on top of Yester Hill.
It says something on it about seeds.
Yes, about sowing the seeds and reap the weeds. I think what was it you said, Alexander?
I don't know, what was it that I said?
Sow the seeds and reap the weeds. Stalk your prey, and as they bleed, present your ploy, speak her name, receive the blessing of her fame.
But who is she? We've heard of Strahd and that, but I can't think of any women who
Well,
so far have been part of the narrative of this area.
that's why I wonder if it was the one that gave these folk the seed. I don't.
Well, I think I'd only
there.
right to ask.
This is very confusing. You read something on a stone slab on Yester Hill.
They were using that stone to animate some creature made of dead wood.
They were up to no good. Druids they may be, but they weren't doing no good for the land. Whatever they were doing were wrong, so we stopped it.
Yeah, I'm just warning you that I appreciate it is your livelihood and it is the only source of wine. But that stone may not be a good thing. You need to be careful, and you need to protect it.
We will. As you say, it is our livelihood. Who is this woman you're talking about? She...
That's what we don't know. We're asking you by way of finding out, I think.
The people here worship any god of nature or goddess of nature?
Yes, before Strahd.
What was their name? Do you know?
He screws up his face. Those druids did not worship them. They are in league with Strahd now, I know that. I think the old gods were known as the Three Ladies.
Well, I think we got nothing to worry about here, absence. As long as they don't use it for more than what they're already using it for.
Maybe we missed an opportunity up there. These ladies, were they good?
It's
No,
not always return.
I don't
Well,
think.
we won't have the stone though.
I don't think that what they were doing up there were out to do with new ladies. These gents just said they were working for this Strahd fella that you guys were on about earlier.
I'm not suggesting they were doing anything for the ladies. Perhaps the location, the site, was important long ago. Perhaps that stone was older than those druids.
Someone asked me a question I forgot to answer because everyone was talking. No, never mind.
Okay.
Someone did ask me a question. It was about something.
Questions usually are.
I don't remember now. So
I was formulating an answer in my head. Doesn't
Well, if you tell
matter.
us the answer,
find
we
out
can
on the
work
stream.
out what the question is.
Are you all satisfied with your check-in now? You've seen enough of the multi-goals. Which also, again, sorry, thank you for the wine that you gave me before.
You're very welcome. Appreciate it. Don't just swig it and get drunk. That's what most people do, actually. I would understand why you just do that, but there is a process, and there is not much left at the moment, so...
Oh, it's a gift for somebody, so don't worry. Usually the cheaper shit is the stuff that I'll just chug, shall we say.
Very thoughtful. I think the answer I was formulating was that I don't know any more than that. It's all just part of a story that we rarely tell of how we came to get the gems.
You were given these by these ladies.
Well, I've not really thought about it. The story is it was the old gods, and they are the only old gods that I know of.
What convenient, it's like 3 gems for each of them.
Maybe for 3 different things.
Where are you going to now? Did you want to stay the night?
Well, they wanted to go and find, like they wanted to equip themselves, but with all this, weird fortune teller stuff, which So they shot down my suggestion of Kresk, only to realize that the best place for us to go next is actually Kresk anyway. So
We didn't shoot down your. Where does this come from? We didn't shoot down Kresk.
well, I mean, you're like, yeah, maybe, but here's these readings that we had. We should probably go for these first.
We don't know where Kresk is.
It's just to the north. It's not too far.
I,
Yes, it is.
if you're going to Kresk, I mean, you are going to Kresk, so it wouldn't be much of a bother to take a couple of barrels, would it? They are missing. They are long overdue a delivery. Dagmara and Theodora going back to Vlaki with some today.
Can't exactly carry a barrel.
How many barrels are you talking about, and how many have to get there?
And do you have a cart we could use?
Yes, absolutely.
And do you have someone who can ride the cart so you can also get it back? Because we're probably not going to come back to the winery after we've made the delivery. Hate to leave your cart in Kresk.
Dagmara and Theodor can take the Svalek Road on the way back, collect it with their horse.
Oh, okay. Sounds like a good deal. Well,
If anyone can spare the time, if we are going to stay the night and do this for you, I wouldn't mind hearing some of these old stories about these there ladies. If there's any more to tell.
I would agree.
Yarp.
sorry to say these aren't stories I know anything about.
I could, and if it be all right with you,
There are stories. I'm reading them now. Because I was not expecting to have to know them.
You fool.
That's the way we work. Whatever you prep, we'll do something else.
Yeah.
Sorry.
cut the hand out.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we spend all this time prepping Kresk, shall we just go to Valaki and see what's going on down there again?
That normal style. There's another 3 cards, but maybe we'll just go Kresk first.
Let's just go back to the hill. Spend the next month or two going backwards and forwards between the hill and this farm.
Well, we haven't considered that.
You know,
I'll take Magus slightly aside and say we haven't considered that gem might have been useful in what we're trying to do here.
You know, I've been here for a while, and I have never actually been to the town of Barovia.
I'm gonna kill you.
Well, we
Seeing
know that's
days.
not true, don't we?
I can kill you in your sleep.
Well,
Oh.
let's just be here and then get to Crest. That's what it's happening to. That's what is happening.
So you're saying you were writing letters to the Devil Strahd, and you've
I've never
been there.
I've never been into the actual town. The castles are a ways away.
Oh, so you've been to the castle then?
Yes. I told you that already.
Well, I know. I didn't understand. I haven't seen the castle, so I don't know.
Oh wait, I didn't tell
How far
you. Olaf was still here at the time, but you hadn't showed back up yet.
I've got it. I'm good. If you need stories.
I like stories.
Are you staying the night here then?
I'd
Yes.
rather have a sleep and hear some stories and leave in the morning, especially if we're carrying barrels.
Oh, we're taking a cart.
If you say so.
You know what a cart is?
I shall find out tomorrow.
Okay, that explains a lot. You know, I wanted to use my new dome, but do that some other time.
You set up your dome if you want.
No, it's wasting time. Let's just get this over with.
You're worried.
So the evening will pass. They will probably cook some rabbit, and you'll sit round a fire on the veranda, and while the fire's burning, you will hear Davian say, "My father once told me a story of a warrior who prayed to these ladies as he wished to defeat a demon that had come to the land. He asked one for strength, and she offered him an axe in exchange for his eye. He offered another... Oh wait, he asked another for knowledge, and she offered him a spell in exchange for his axe. He then asked the last one for wisdom, and she offered him an eye in exchange for his spell. And bolstered by the blessing of these 3 women, he went to face the demon, and as he stood before it, he realized he had nothing, for he had chosen nothing to stand for, and was burned to ash. It was a very grim story. I think there is a lesson in it somewhere. But at the time, when I was a kid, I liked the idea of a demon burning someone.
Well, I think that might be the funniest thing I've ever heard. He got his eye back at the end. What a stupid bugger.
That might be the lesson, don't be stupid. When we have learned something, the ladies do not appreciate stupidity.
Well, I suppose he got wisdom in the end, didn't it? Stop trading for stupid things with old women.
I saw a spirit on the hill. I picked up this spear. It was the spirit with one eye. I said thank you and left.
Is that when you were doing your poses with the spear?
It lifted my arm. Took my hand and lifted it high.
Torture yourself a little bit then too, lad.
I wasn't talking to myself. There was someone there.
You say so.
I mean, stranger things have happened here.
A lot stranger. It's the first time I've seen any spirit that hasn't caused us harm, to be frank. Could it be related?
You know what Yester Hill is? It's a
No.
burial ground. It must be full of ghosts.
Well, I'd be buggered.
Well, I think one of them was freed. One of them can rest now. If there is any rest here.
when we were walking away from the hill, did it still give me the heebie-jeebies? Or did it feel a bit better? Just as an aside.
Still have the heebie-jeebies. Oh, you'll know because your face won't have a blackened bit. Also an aside, if you wanted to relate it, you could, but I also have a song about the ladies that you could recall, Darzin, and not have connected to being about anyone in particular until this moment when they mentioned 3 ladies.
Well, I'm really hot and tired, so as long as you don't ask me to sing it, I can tell you I can recite a shit song, or my
Need
My
to stop
fuck.
putting your bardic skills down. I'm sure it's a great song.
I'm just really tired, and I didn't write it, so it's gonna be shit.
I think you should sing it.
I'm not singing it. Go fuck yourself.
For the purpose of the stream, where is my lady high on the hill, dead in her feet but tireless still, a dress of hide and a crown of bone, and where she walks alone. My lady's true, but far from kind. Keep your word and keep your mind, whispered words and silken thread will bind the swift and raise the dead. My lady watches for the weather, she knows the road and where it wends, she knows the stars and knows they tether all beginnings and all ends. I'll put this all in a note somewhere.
Sitting in silence for a while, and Darzin will eventually reluctantly go, "Oh, okay, it's maybe a little better than I remembered."
I didn't write it, you don't have to be kind. But
No,
you...
but generally, it's a little better than I remembered.
But we will be kind to the Reddit user Trusty Peaches who put this together. You pass your evening actually getting along. The old man is much nicer with some wine in him.
Aren't we all?
Anything else you would like to do?
Rest.
Or
Do we need to discuss the other cards?
What did you want to do before bedtime?
Just alright if I go and just spend a bit of time with them seeds, because I didn't have hold of them and I'm curious. I won't touch them or take them with me, but I'd quite like to have a look.
You know what? At some point in the evening, because they want their livelihood back, they will make a quite show of all gathering around and burying that one seed again. So if you ask to take a look at it before it goes back in the ground, they'll happily let you. Are you looking for anything in particular?
Just investigate, really, have a look and see if I can feel anything from it, or get any feeling from it at all. Any intuition, anything.
Religion?
Always takes me way too long to find the skills I'm.
What do you feel? You get a feeling that this is a very strong magical item. It's odd to you because it's not made of earth or wood. I suppose it's a stone, a shiny stone, but it's far from that feeling you've had all the time you've been near the hill. It's got whereas the hill gave you bad vibes, this gives you good vibes. It feels like what Alessander and Darzin were describing when they were looking at the visions in the mist. All of that suddenly, which made no sense then, makes sense as you're looking at this. A sense of familiarity even though you've never seen it before.
Well, take care of it.
We will. We'll keep watch, day and night.
I
Thank
might
you.
come back sometime and visit it, if that's alright.
Yes, I suppose it is. Visit it. Not us, it.
But, well, you too, I hope. Nothing happens to you, but... Oh, this. I don't know why, but... This makes me feel good.
I'll visit you. Specifically you guys, not the seed. I don't care about that particularly.
You will be very welcome after all you have done. I'm not saying free wine for life, but whenever you come round, we are never charging you for the bottle. You cannot have more than 1 bottle each per day.
Oh, this is probably very wise.
And it depends on how much we have in stock at the time, because if we have anything like this again, this will only look after a portion of the land. Friends! And they'll raise whatever they're holding. Glasses. Bottles.
Shall we get on the road then, finally?
Listen, I'm our
Thought
sleep.
we were sleeping.
Oh, I thought we'd fucking done that already.
It's a bit late.
Did you think it was a morning wine?
No, sorry, I got distracted now. I thought we'd slept already. It's because I don't really sleep.
What was that? Because I was snored. Sorry about that.
I'd rather rest tonight and travel in the morning.
Well, okay. Go to bed.
Okay, night. And Absence will turn and leave and go to bed.
Yeah, a moment of Dawson just looking like, wait, you listen to me? What the fuck is going on?
Jim told someone to go to bed, and they listened.
Yeah. Never happens. Never happens. And to be honest, Absence was just looking for an excuse to get out of the massive social situation anyway, so...
Did anyone want to take watches, or are you all just crashing? They will say they're true to their word. They will keep an eye out on the stones, so they will also keep watch that night. And every night.
Well, look, we've done our bit. If they lose it again, we can make some more money.
I think I might just roll out a mat near the stone for the night. Sleep
You will
outside.
be in the middle of
sun.
the field.
That's fine. I've sleeping outside for weeks.
You can do that. If anything, you probably get a better night's sleep that way.
Once Dawson wakes up from his sleep, he's going to immediately cast a cheeky little spell. And he's going to think about the vision the mist gave him. And he's going...
Do it.
He's going to try and, I don't know, pick out one of the people from the vision who he thought was the most distinctive, and then he's going to cast Sending. And he's like, the message they'll get is, don't actually know if this will reach anybody, but I just wanted to ask where you are, and if the name Arakard means anything. And then he will kind of like tuck himself up and pretend he hasn't done anything.
You wait. You wait. Your eyes start to get heavy.
I will have had to have woken up to cast.
Oh yeah. Nothing.
I don't really know what I was expecting there.
Back to being asleep. Who wants to go first, Hazel or Matt?
Hazel.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, before Alexander goes to sleep, could he take some time to write a little note? And who was one of the sons Alexander took a shine to? I want to say like Adrian.
Yes, you did.
Yeah. Can I give the note to him and tell him if a woman comes looking for me? And explain, if a red-headed woman comes looking for me, give her this, and I'll hand over a note, which I will pop in the chat.
A red-headed woman. About your age and
Slightly younger.
I say your age. I don't know I've not met a half-elf before. I hate you. Because I know that actually says something.
Yes, it does.
And now I have to go work it out. Of course. So, is there someone else here with you?
No, it's just to be safe.
Did I ask any more?
It's probably better that you don't.
Of course.
It shouldn't bring any harm to you. It's just for their safety more than anyone else's.
I will do as you ask. If a red-headed woman comes by and I show her this, and he'll look down and then notice the really weird script and understands it, I will know I have delivered it to the right person.
Do you want to know something really weird out of character? I can read that.
What?
I can read it.
What?
It's not difficult to.
Yeah, I think I can too.
It's good. It's good.
It's cool, yeah.
Many years in my younger years did lots of LARP, and there was lots of ciphers and stuff used to represent other languages. And they were often written in runes and things as well. So
Yeah,
it's very cool.
I've gone for quite a nice easy cipher, a keyword that you can guess, and there's some repetitive lettering in there to give you a good clue. But
Yeah, it's good. If anyone in chat can translate it, please feel free.
Yeah, I'd appreciate it.
You could work it out with a bit of time, I think.
They will get harder if I continue doing this.
Yeah, it's good. I like it. I used to love solving those when I found them. When I did LARP back in the day.
How dare you put a puzzle in my puzzle?
And then I'll go to sleep.
Then you go to sleep, or trance, as you would. And I've lost what I was doing.
Well, you asked me if I wanted to go first. One sec, was I going first for sleep or was I going first for watch?
I think you weren't watching, you were all just going to take the opportunity to sleep. So,
okay, come on.
Have a dream.
Now I've pissed you off.
You have a dream.
It's going to be a worse dream now.
Exactly. I'm going to just witness her die.
You are in the woods. You're surrounded by all of these tall, thin trees, and ever-present mist is there. And then you hear, in the woods somewhere around you, Ali, where are you?
Is it Ellie's voice? Straight away, I am shouting back, we are Marco Poloing the hell out of this. So, Ellie!
Yep, do me a perception, and she'll just call out again, Ali?
$16.
Yep, you think you pinpoint it and run in that direction. And run in that direction. and run in that direction all the time. Ellie, assumably.
Yep.
The voice doesn't get any closer, and eventually you will look down and see your own footprints. And then you realise you've had this dream before. And then you are not surprised when you suddenly hear a voice that feels like it's next to you, but there is no one there, say, "We can't let her in." Another voice in the other ear, "We can't let you out."
Don't let her in. Don't bring her here.
And then the wind sort of starts to pick up around your feet, and again those Tarocca cards swirl around you. And this is where the dream ended last time.
Can I try and grab one of the cards?
Yep. Roll a d6.
Who?
The Avenger, One of Swords.
I've not seen this one before. I have no idea what the fuck it is. Sorry for all the swearing.
As you're trying to grab this, you see a figure approach. This didn't happen last time.
Mm-hmm.
They're incorporeal, and they look like an old woman, but it's weird. It's kind of like the shadows that you saw in the mist. They're not quite a defined shape. It's like looking at someone through steamed up glasses. Yep, she'll come and stop and stand in front of you as the wind dies down.
Who are you?
She will look up and smile. We can help each other.
Why are you here?
She will just lift an old wrinkled hand, trembling slightly, and point to your hands. And as you look down, you've got that gem. And then as you look up, she turns her pointed hand into open palms, and you see the gem appear there. And if you look down at your own hand, it's still cupped where you were holding the gem, but you're now holding that dagger, made of bone.
Where's Ellie? I heard her, but you're the only person here. Where is she?
We can see her.
Is she okay? Tell me she's okay.
She's looking for you. And she'll smile. And it's like you blink several times in succession, and the woman that you were looking at, this old crone, suddenly is young and tall, and she has this mane of black feathers for hair falling to her waist. And you wake up.
Yeah.
Since, would you like a go?
Go for it.
If anyone's watching you, there's a point in the night again when Absence goes a bit twitchy and is clearly having a nightmare. Absence, you are standing in front of the old windmill. The stone structure has lost its integrity, it's crumbled, and you can see the blackened scorch marks from where you all burnt it. The cloth on the sails has burned away, and all that remains is that wooden frame, like a plus sign. But then you look up, and on that cross point is the limp form of Cedric. He's been crucified upon it and is hanging there limply. Anything you want to do?
I'm going to run up and cut him down.
Cool. As you approach, intending to take him down, this limp form will suddenly lull, and his, I want to say eyes, but one blue eye meets with yours. The other one is a gaping socket. The jaw doesn't move, but you can hear his voice in your head saying, "You ran away. You left me for dead. It should have been you."
I died too. I didn't mean to leave you. I did everything. I tried so hard. I didn't run away. I didn't get away. Where are you? I'll find you.
You're the one that's alive now. And you will feel all of a sudden this slash across your throat that mirrors the way you saw Cedric die.
Mm-hmm.
When the hag came across with her claw, and you just start spluttering. There's no one behind you. You don't know where it's come from.
He'll just reach up.
And that's how you wake up, going, "I can't breathe. I can't." How pleasant.
Oh yeah. He'll probably wake up and literally throw a dart into the wall or something. So I don't know if anyone else is in the same room, but I imagine he will literally stick something in the door. Have I lost any more hit points?
Yes. I'm trying to remember what you roll. 1d10, please.
It's very harsh if he's losing 1d10 every time.
D10? Has it gone up? God, yeah. I can't.
Here it is, a d10.
I thought it was.
I might have lowered it to be kind to you.
No, that's fine.
Ew.
So I've had a long rest at this point.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
wait. Can you? Yeah, it just reduces your maximum hit points, and it stacks day by day.
I now have 20 hit points.
Off to Kretsk!
Yeah.
Can I, as I'm going to sleep, can I just? I'm laying there near the ground with this nice warm feeling, and I'll just sort of mutter, "I'm sorry, mothers. I thought it was the tree. Tell me what I need to do to put it right. I'll do my best." That's all I'll do before I go to sleep.
Do a religion check. Noted. But tonight you don't dream. Warning!
Kresk!
Anybody, Kresk?
Anybody? Chris?
As much Kresk as you can eat.
Oy
The
vey.
only joke I know from that show.
Yeah, you've not seen it. That's Right. In the last 10 minutes, let's get you to Kretsk.
I think in the morning, Absence will look very tired, and it's normally red, but I think he'll be almost grey. He'd be so pale.
Dawson will come down from having spent some time writing in his journal and flicking back through the previous pages, looking at some of his old songs and everything that's in there. See the state Absence is in and go, you really don't look very good anymore.
Feels so good. My wounds aren't healing. And he'll show where he was hurt from the fall on the hill. You'll see the wounds are not healing. I think something's very wrong.
Maybe we should see if we can find someone who's a bit more competent in healing when we get to Crest somewhere or something. I don't know.
Feel my heart pounding in my chest. It's like I can't breathe.
Well, you get in the back of the cart with the battles and take it easy while we travel.
Yeah, I will. I'm not hungry, so I'm not going to eat anything today. How long will it take to get there?
Following the road, pulling a cart, it would normally be half a day. So if you set off first thing in the morning, you could get there by early evening. Yeah, it'd be the full 8 hours of travel once you get up to the crossroad and go back down.
I will go straight and sit in the cart and just wait for everyone. He'll just sit with his hands round his knees, like crouched, like sat with his arms round his knees, just rest his chin and just stare into space.
Then if there's nothing else, I'm not going to make you roll for encounters along the way, because get to fucking Kretsk.
Aren't we supposed to be there like 3 games ago?
The conversation with me before the game, it's like, do you really think we'll get to Kresk? And she was like, yes, absolutely.
Barely. By the skin of our teeth.
I was like,
I think you were making it happen there at the end. You were helping us along.
That was not help.
No, like,
Yeah. That's Sparta kicking off a tall cliff.
it's
you need to
started kicking us
Yeah.
off Yester Hill.
I didn't tell you to think about the cards. The cards have been there all along in your notes and mine that you couldn't see.
Yeah. Now that I've seen them, I thought I'd bring them up tonight.
Anyway, yes, let's get to Kresk. Let's go.
Let's move you over.
Ooh, snow.
Yeah, it's a big scene change, isn't it? It is colder. You notice the cold as you were moving west, and as you get past that bridge that you crossed before, you notice a light dusting of snowfall as on the top trees in the distance, and as you slowly make your way there, that snowfall increases and that cold increases, and the road starts to climb, and you eventually see this wall at the top of a rocky escarpment, about 20 foot high, with buttresses every 50 feet or so. You know that must be Kretsk. Beyond the wall, you'll see more snow-covered pines and the not structure, because it's a natural structure, still climbing into a taller mountain, and on top of that, what Darzin, you would be able to tell people is the Abbey. I will show you a picture, because James RPG art makes some lovely visuals.
Absence will take some cloth out of a pouch and tie a blindfold around his eyes to hide his burning eyes.
Ooh.
As you approach, you make out 3 figures by the road leading to the village. A couple of tents erected just behind the tree line, and one of them will wave at you.
I've got a blindfold on, so I won't see that now.
Wave back. Friendly round here, aren't they?
Do they look like Vistani?
No, they look like Barovians.
What's happening?
Oh, there's some people camped on the side of the road.
Well, if they ask, just tell them that I'm
Blind.
blind.
No, I've had to lie about things before.
We know.
Yes, I'm pretty good at it.
Is there anything we need to know before we go in?
I suppose we could ask them.
I don't think there's anything particular you should know. The Baron actually does guard duty here. So if you want to start a fight with the guard or tell someone he's an asshole, be prepared that you might be insulting the burgomaster.
Is that those big walls? What we see ahead? Is that whole thing that one house for this Baron? Because it's bloody big.
What thing? What wall thing? Do you mean like these walls in front of us?
Walls. That's a massive house. That. What do they grow to have a house that big?
They chisel it out of mountain. Also, those are just walls. They border the town, and the thing up on the hill is the abbey. So, where all the religious people live.
Oh, right.
They might know about these 3 ladies.
They might know about a lot of things. If we get through the gates, you can go ask.
And are they allies of Strahd, or?
I don't know. I'm not a pen pal with every person that Strahd interacts with.
You've been here 300 years. You must have learned something.
Well, I've been... No, not really. I was too busy getting chased out of towns and trying not to get stabbed for, being a Vistani and an elf in the place where people hate Vistani and elves.
Is that what we need to expect here?
Well, no, because you're not a Vistani or elves.
Well, you are.
How do you know if
Alexander's an elf.
Alexander's can pass as human. I mean, I've got my ears are like this. It's kind of hard to hide it.
How does a person know if they are Vistani or an elf?
Do you have very pointy ears? And do you sleep?
No and yes.
Yeah, so you're not an elf.
That's
and
good.
for Vistani, do you dress and talk like me?
No.
You're
He
probably
doesn't.
not Vistani then.
Well, that's simple.
I mean, there's more to it than that, but I mean, fundamentally, it's the shorthand. Anyway, let's get into this fucking town. I don't want to stand in the snow.
If you just pass these people on the side of the road by, they'll sort of beckon you over. Hey!
Hello
Hello.
there. He's blind.
You don't have to draw attention to it.
He said to tell them.
Sorry to hear that. I just wanted to say if you are looking to go in, they're not. They said they're not taking refugees.
Oh, we're not refugees. We're travelers. We've got wine from Kudovskov.
Are you refugees?
Refugees, are they not the same thing? Anyone outside of the town, they say they have no room.
We don't need room. We're not staying.
No. We're just passing through.
Gotta drop this off here.
I'll find 2 gold, which I'll probably struggle to find, but I'll find 2 gold and I'll just hold it out in their rough direction.
You'll hear a female voice and the others will see this thin blonde woman go, you don't need to, and then the man stood beside her with a scowl and a bowl cut, just snatch it out your hand.
Yeah. That might help.
Thank you. It's not enough to build another home, but...
How much does it cost to build a home?
A lot.
I'm not sure.
What happened to you?
No, if you didn't hear, there was an attack in Vallaki. Several houses burned. I was one of them.
Well, that's not good. Sorry to hear that.
Glad to see you're okay, at least.
Yes.
What
We
was
must be thankful.
What was the attack? What attacked you?
The devil, it seems.
I can tell you about that later.
Yes.
Agus. We were there.
You were there? So you are refugees?
We don't live in Vallaki.
Well, if they do let you in with your delivery, if you could say anything for us out here. We've been camped out here 2 nights now.
How much gold do you think it would take to get you through the gate?
They don't want gold.
They don't.
Say they have no room.
What did you do in Vallaki?
I helped at the general store, and my husband, he was a cobbler.
Not exactly marketable skills, I suppose, but I mean, that probably need someone to fix shoes.
How about you come help us shift this wine? We'll say you're working for us. That 2 gold will be the easiest 2 gold you've ever earned, and maybe once you're inside, you can stay inside.
Would it look a bit strange if you just come drop off your delivery and we hide in?
And you can try and find other work while you're in there.
If it'll get us in, we can only try. Thank you. I'm Bethel. This is my husband Irving. This is Yana. Yana is also a refugee. And she'll point at the other tent.
Dar is in Stransey.
Yeah, I'm absence.
Thank you. You are good folk.
I'm sorry for what happened to you. I'm sorry we didn't stop it in time.
What could you have done against the devil?
We did plenty, but we didn't do enough. So I'm sorry. We're working on it.
Trying to do more, but to be fair, didn't do it very well.
You can exchange niceties. It's gone past 10. You go up to the door. They say halt. We'll leave it there. We'll take it up next time, unless there's anything really pressing someone needs to do right now.
No.
No, game over.
No,
End.
Okay.
Hey, we got to Kresk.
Yeah, we did.
Who'd have thought it?
I mean, it was
I
7 minutes
didn't
late,
expect
did we?
We got near to Kresk.
We got in the general vicinity of Kresk.
Once we were clear that it was Kresk and not Crest. Well, what's the other one? Oh, my
Cresty.
brain is rubbish.
Cresty.
Cresty
Cresty.
is your homebrew world, right?
It's a region in my homebrew world.
It's not even a vaguely similar name. It's just got Cre at the start.
It's enough.
Yeah, it is with my brain.
I mean, I could rename it Kresky. That could confuse you.
That will make it a lot more difficult. That's true. Oh, I'm going to spend my time in this place blind, aren't I?
I mean, I was...
Decision.
I know, we don't want to get into grief straight away, do we?
I was thinking about it, and I was like, I could just do minor illusion again, so that your eyes are covered.
Yeah, it did. I think, because I can do thaumaturgy, I think.
No,
But it doesn't. It
it's-
burns through the illusion. It seems to
Oh, okay.
overpower it.
No. Thaumaturgy, because you're trying to change the eyes, didn't work. But when Mick put a minor illusion to blindfold in front of them, that stayed up because you weren't altering the eyes. You were just putting something there.
Yeah. Just gradually introduce them to what I look like, because otherwise it's just going to end badly. Maybe they can help with that here.
I haven't made you roll that with the Martikovs, but we'll just brush over that. There were babies there. They'd have definitely lost that saving throw. In terms of announcements, Icewind Dale is back on tomorrow.
Yes,
That's exciting.
it is. That's so much to
There
say.
is no stream next week because we are all on holiday together.
Woo.
Yay.
See everyone for reals.
It's almost like we're real friends.
Almost. Not quite.
Almost, not quite. We're
Wait.
working on it.
Oh.
Oh no, we're family.
Chosen family.
Yeah. Yeah, awesome. I'm looking forward to Icewind Dale. I think Steve's going to kill us.
I've got to remember how to druid.
Also,
I know, I've got to remember how to barbarian. Thankfully, it's very easy, so it'll be fine.
It's probably worth mentioning that Icewind Dale is back for tomorrow only as well, and it's not going to be like back proper. We're just having.
Is
We're
it going to
having
be
a- yeah.
streamed or is it just for us?
I'm
you
gonna, I'm gonna
Yeah.
stream it if that's
It's
okay with Steve.
intermittent. We'll keep going when we can.
Yeah, when Steve's got the time, we'll carry on with that campaign. Hopefully,
Cool.
I want to know what happens. I mean, he might just kill us in the next session, and that would answer that. But
Well,
hopefully
we
not.
have
Fingers
got a
crossed.
pissed off dragon after us, so that would make sense. And
Got a
we're
pissed
also
off
about to
dragon
fight things
And the
underwater, I
Frost
think.
Maiden. Yeah.
Yeah, we have pissed a lot of stuff off in a short space of time.
I missed the last session, I think, and I'm a wizard, so I've not got a lot to catch up on for tomorrow night.
Yeah, we're just screwed.
I just have to watch the stream.
I didn't kill him tonight,
Yeah.
but check us out tomorrow night, where we might die in other bodies.
Yeah, it's likely. I think. Maybe we won't get away in time, and we have to fight the Frost Maiden. I don't know. We did the trials, didn't we? That were pretty horrendous.
Steve
I haven't
says
told you about that yet.
in the stream, Steve says stream's okay, but he might be a bit rusty, so bear with.
That'd be great.
Oh, Steve's the best of us. It'll be fine.
Did you
He's
like
the
that bit where
program.
I midstream looked up a Reddit post to tell a story?
As long as Anchor Joke makes an appearance, everything is forgivable.
I already missed that walrus.
I'm all about the Anchor Joke.
I was listening to some of the Travis Savoy, don't know his name, albums that we have now, and one of them is about a whale. I didn't realise that it was such a significant character.
Yeah, I think so. Awesome. Well, I'm very excited. I think we should probably. There's actually 6 people in the chat at the moment. They're not saying much, but there are 6 people in here. So, hello. So I'm gonna raid another channel, but I don't know what to raid.
It's ask question and there's hello. I'll actually put my Twitch on now because I can't run the game and concentrate on Twitch.
No, I know.
Because
It is
Foundry's a
difficult.
beast, and my laptop is a weak little child.
Oh. Yeah, the setup in here, to be fair, is it's massive PCs and Macs, and it is a bit over the top. But yeah, hello anyone that's in the chat. I hope you'll come back soon. We also do Out of the Abyss, and occasionally we do
Icewind Dale.
Icewind Dale, and maybe one day Jim will stream some of his one shots that he very excellently writes.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, quite all right. So I'm probably going to raid a channel. I'm just looking if there's any D&D ones. The only one I can see is Robert Hartley GM. He's the guy that does the GMing for the Viva La Dirt League guys. So I don't know if anyone watches those, but they're excellent, like skit channel about online gaming and stuff. So unless you've got anything else to say, I shall click and we'll go off and do a tiny raid on Robert Hartley.
I say fire away.
Fire away. Right, night all.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Probably the campest I've ever done.
Okay, I've clicked it. I do. 3, 2, 1. It takes a while right now. It's probably us, right? I don't know who it is.
There was something in the chat just.
Come back!
It was it's like, hey, been watching your Out of the Abyss games, been looking for ideas. Ended up hooked on the series. There you go.
Wow.
Spooky X Lilith, hello there. Watched your Out of the Abyss campaign looking for Underdark ideas. Ended up hooked on the series.
Who is that?
Spooky X Lilith.
But
Honestly, I have been absolutely hammering like networking on TikTok, Facebook, Twitch. I've been like sitting in channels like till like 1 a.m. talking to people. I've really been trying to, and it's working. Like that TikTok post, I don't know if you saw, but that little rule things had like 1.8k views now. It's got 300 in the last couple of hours, and my TikTok's gone mental. I don't know if you can see, but
edit videos.
my whole phone is just TikTok, like comments and likes and stuff. So
I can, but it is not a fun process.
Can we set a date in August where I just want to come visit you guys or something, but I do want someone to show me how to do it, so Matt isn't doing it all. Because I can see the value in putting out short clips of content that exists. I struggle to